Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the We Open Show. Coming down to our last 15 packs of our Modern Horizons box opening. Got another 3 for you tonight. If you're ready, let's get to it. Got 3, 6, 9, 12. We'll do these 3. Starting off with our bear. Now let's see what we get tonight, guys. What's left? We've been going through the box. If you guys have been paying attention to the previous episodes, we've got a couple spicy mythics. Got a foil mythic earlier on. In our season Pyromancer, got a Yawgmoth, got a Morphon the Boundless, got a Kess. What else can we get? Got Reprobation to start off. Goblin Champion for that exalted 1-1. Or 0-1, I should say. Kite. Spore Frog. Get some more frog with your Spore Frog. Gluttonous Slug. Now, Evolve, first time that was printed was a blue-green mechanic out of the Simic tribe in Return to Ravnica. But this time around, they put on Black Creature. What do you think? Should it be a mechanic that comes back around? Or is it too much tracking, having to pay attention to powers and toughnesses of things that come into play? Settle Beyond Reality. Universal Automaton. The 1/1-for-1 Changeling. Awesome tribal card, awesome flavorful. Gets all the cost reductions from every banneret. Mob. Just, get your mob going. Tap them all down to destroy target creature. Rile them up. Segovian Angel. Pyrophobia. Cowards wouldn't block. Terrified of fire. Deal 3 damage to a creature for 2. The sorcery speed on it, though, is not ideal, but, it's good enough. Thundering Djinn, starting in our uncommons. Right? Yeah, that was a common. Thundering Djinn for uncommons. When it attacks, deal damage to any target equal to the number of cards you draw. So it'll always add at least an additional 1 and any other damage that you can fling around. Second uncommon, Sling Gang Lieutenant, the awesome finisher, the free sack outlet for goblins to drain and gain. Way powerful kind of black play on a Siege Gang commander. Alright, and our last uncommon, Secluded Steppe for that white cycling land. Pretty art on that one, though. Alright, we've got our bird bear token, the full art of Mox Tantalite, awesome suspend Moxen, our snow-covered island, and our rare Deep Forest Hermit. Elf Druid makes some squirrels. Now both elves coming back in Kaldheim, and there's a legendary squirrel. This guy's kind of relevant with it. Vanishing super weak, but while he's there, he lords them, and that comes into play ability, making essentially 8 power, 9 if you include him himself, for 5. Pretty strong. Awesome if you can blink him to reset the vanishing counters and get more army going. Alright, pack 2. What do we got? What do we got? Starting off with our Phantasmal Form. 2 creatures become 3/3s. Flying. All illusions in addition to their other creature types. And you cantrip. Not a bad combat trick. Enduring Sliver for that Outlast abilities. Slow grow them. Viashino Sand Sprinter. That ball lightning-esque, bounce back. Gives you something for when it gets outclassed. You can cycle it away. Continuing along with Tornado, that plummet with cycling. Following behind that with Ninja of the New Moon, 6-3 for 5 or Ninjutsu for 4. Awesome Spirit Ninja. Cave of Temptation, we've talked. I'm not really tempted by that card. Sometimes you're just that desperate for a combat trick. Man of War, nice reprint. Jellyfish. Will they ever bring Jellyfish back as a creature type? Probably not. Segovian Angel. Although it would be fun to see a legendary Jellyfish. That would be interesting. Marasa Behemoth. 5-5 for 6. With Trample's pretty average. But if there's a land card in your graveyard, he's an 8-8 for 6. Which is slightly above curve. Fountain of Ichor, mana rock that can get combat going sometimes. Alright, continuing along. Into our uncommons, we got Alpine Guide. When he comes in, you ramp a mountain out, but he must attack each combat if able. And if he leaves the battlefield for any reason, bounced, blinked, exiled, you sacrifice a mountain. Quite balanced card. Kind of an interesting way of getting some ramp in red. Regrowth. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Standard card. And our last uncommon, Face of Divinity. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. And if another R is attached to it, it gets First Strike and Lifelink. Kind of a balanced out version of that Future Sight card, the double white one. Enchanted creature. But that's +3/+3 and a keyword soup. Alright. So we've got an elemental mirror token. The full art for Answered Prayers. That's really pretty. Snow-covered forest. And our rare. Oh, we got another mythic. Nice. Sword of Truth and Justice. +2/+2 pro white and blue. +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. And proliferate. And it doesn't have to go on the equipped creature. So you can pump other creatures while still having the stats and pro on the creature of your choice. Awesome, awesome mythic. This box has been pretty good to us, guys. Pretty good. Gonna be tough to top that Sword of Truth and Justice. Now, what do you think, guys? Should they finish out the cycle? They've got all 5 enemy colored swords. They did Sword of Truth and Justice for the blue-white. They did Steel and Sinew for the black-red. Should they make the other 3 ally color swords? Let us know in the comments if you watch. Pack 3, let's get started with Imposter of the 6th Pride. Following along behind that with Spinehorn Minotaur. Moving right along, Choking Tethers. Awesome cycling. Otherwise, you can kind of just sleep the team, get them in. The fact that it's an instant means it can use as either a combat trick defensively or offensively. Treetop Ambusher with the dash. Diabolic Edict. Great reprint. What's old is new again. Instant speed is what's clutch on this one. Man of War. We were just talking about him. Nice duplicate. Is that our first duplicate of the night? Let me know. I haven't been paying attention. Mind Rake. The old Mind Rot ability, or you can overload it to make each player, yourself included, discard 2. Sometimes great for fueling a graveyard strategy, just loading up. Marasa Behemoth. We just talked about him, our second duplicate of the night. Geomancer's Gambit. Nice card, nice card. Kind of the testing proving ground for the one as Zendikar Rising. Better when it costs cheaper though. Much, much better. Would have thought that those cards would be used on your own lands to trigger landfall. Starting in our uncommons, we've got a Twisted Reflection, defensive combat trick, sometimes removal spell, sometimes a little bit of both if you need to get two things out of the way. Awesome card, flavorful card, great utility on it. Birthing Bows, make some shapeshifters. Now it's kind of card they could even reprint in Kaldheim because they have the shapeshifter changelings, and it's kind of like a world tree ability looking thing. Who knows? And our last uncommon, we got Scuttling Sliver. Letting slivers untap themselves with that by paying 2. Alright. We've got our Zombie Spider token. The full art Headless Spectre. Or art card, I should say. I keep calling them full arts, but they're just art cards. You can't use them. They have no abilities. They're pictures of things with abilities. Snow-covered mountain, and we got a foil. Wall of 1,000 cuts. Alright, and our rare is a Dead of Winter. All non-snow creatures get -X/-X, where X is your snow permanence. Awesome Snow Matters Wrath, I should say. Great card. Cool that snow's coming back around again. Flavorful. Good night. Sword of Truth and Justice. Alright guys, thanks for watching. As always, support your local game stores. We'll see you tomorrow night.